Guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Tonight we are here with a channel I never thought I'd come back to. It's Planet Dolan. So yeah, I figured with the new channel I might as well try to get back to it. So today this one actually hits a little close to home because this is the dumbest customers ever from the Reddit stories. So yeah, basically I do work in customer service, so I can relate to these in a degree. But like I said, it's been a long time since I've watched this, so let's take a look back at these Reddit stories and see the dumbest customers they ever faced. So be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let's go.
Planet Dolan.
Dang. That old style.
From trying to cheat the store to forgetting where they just put their change, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the dumbest things we've seen customers do. I'm Hellbent, and today
Hey,
I'll be
Hellbent,
your
haven't heard your voice in a while.
10 was submitted by
Bulbasaur
Bulbasaur
1500.
1500. Dolan worked at a gaming store and a customer tried to sell off her Pokemon Red game, except the cartridge wasn't Pokemon Red. It was a Game Boy Color cartridge painted red with a post-it note taped on the front with the words Pokemon written on it. Needless to say, she didn't get a refund. Plus, they had to kick her out because her goblin of a kid who looked like 1 or 2 was knocking over the merchandise.
God damn it.
Number 9 was submitted by
Karen there?
Bros. Mikhailum worked the video game counter at a toy store in a mall back in 1999. On the counter next to him was a VCR TV combo, which played demo tapes they occasionally got from game manufacturers. One day, a woman brought in a fancy remote control airplane kit to be rung up because the regular counter was busy. Mikhailum rang it up and $200 popped up on the register. The lady had a fit and pointed to the $5 price tag on the obviously not $5 remote control plane. Mikhailum told her,
Sorry,
man.
We'll go by what the UPC tells us. My apologies if someone mistagged it.
That didn't deter the woman, and she wailed and gnashed her teeth at him for over 20 minutes, saying,
"It's illegal to sell anything for any price other than what's on the sticker."
Mikhailum stuck to his guns and repeated that they only go by the barcode and not the sticker because he wasn't gonna let that bitch walk out with a $200 item for $5.
Smart.
Finally, his boss stepped up with 2 videotapes, popping one into the VCR TV and showing the security footage of her in the action figure aisle picking a tag off one toy. Then he took the tape out and stuck in the other one that showed her scraping the tag off the plane and sticking something in its place. Then he told her, so I guess that's not
ain't you there, huh?
The stick is thinking this would really work. She threw the plane on the ground and stomped out of the store. In doing so, she broke it, so they had mall security track her down. She ended up having to cough up the $200 for the now broken plane she tried to escape out of.
You should probably just pay that much.
By Phoenix Esper. So Dolan's brother worked at an arcade. Apparently there was this guy who called to ask if they could deliver. Dolan's brother said no, and that would be fine and dandy if he stopped. But no, he called every day asking if they delivered. Dolan's brother always said no. Then he'd call again and ask in a shitty accent of some sort, and he'd tell him again,
This is an Arby's. We don't deliver.
When his manager picked it up, the guy calling asked in a dumb accent, "Hey, do you guys deliver?" His manager replied, "No, and we have a caller ID. We know it's you, so stop." He didn't call back ever again, but this had gone on for like 2 weeks.
Like, really? Yeesh, okay, 2 weeks. Yeesh, I forgot about the bird. And in the first 2, there were like Karens. Like, I've heard about those in like other Reddit stories, but damn. Like, I haven't yet encountered those types of people, but actually, the Price one, number 9, on Multo Lobros' story, those remind me of the turkey story about a few years back. During my first year, in fact, too. I think I was only working there a month, and a lady was complaining about the turkey not being free, because I think I remember correctly, in the promo we were running for Thanksgiving, we were given like a certain amount. If you bought like a certain amount of items, like say $50, I think, you get a free turkey. Though it had to be like a specific brand. I think it was either the Butterball turkey or Signature Selects, which was the white brand, but I'm not too sure. But anyway, so yeah, the lady came up to the register. I was like bagging, I think, at the time. She was having trouble with the promo, and I think she confused one bag for the other. I tried to explain it to her, but apparently she was not getting it, so she pretty much says, you know what, screw this, I'm out. It just left. Didn't pay for the turkey. I think she slammed it in front of the customer service station, but that was about it. Actually, recently there was like a call for security. I came by, but manager, I'm not going to say the name, told me not to. I guess just for the safety of, well, I guess the customer, considering. But anyway, moving on.
7 was
Before it
submitted
gets
by
too personal.
Paranormal. Honeybit's work tech support for a company that sold tax calculation software to accountants. This was in the late 90s, so it was pretty new technology, and many of their clients were older.
Fair enough.
One of her first calls
Got my
was
PC
from an
right
elderly
here.
gentleman who was very nice and patient, and he told her that the forms weren't being filled out as they should be. Honeybits went through the simple fixes, then the advanced fixes, uninstalled, reinstalled, and after about 3 hours on the phone, she just didn't know what to do. She was pretty savvy with computers and software, so Honeybits knew she wasn't missing anything. The old man seemed to know enough to do the basics, so she was confident he wasn't doing anything that could have been overlooked. After reinstalling, Honeybits had the gentleman literally tell her his every move. Turn on the computer, move the mouse to the program icon, click twice on the icon, move the mouse cursor to the start icon, open the form, and click on the first box. He then said nothing happened when he clicked on the form. She asked him if anything was happening on the screen.
Well,
what he told her next solved everything in a second. On the computer screen? I thought the mouse printed everything onto the form itself. Yep, he had the computer mouse on the paper tax forms, expecting the mouse to fill in the forms by printing on them. Number 6
okay, the
was
mouse
submitted
ain't
by
that
Fiery
advanced.
Retribution.
Printer out of that.
worked for Sears back in the early 90s when computers were just entering the mainstream. He had a customer buy a brand new Packard Bell for almost $2,000, only to return it 2 weeks later. She complained that the clothes hanger was broken. Nixium couldn't figure out what she was talking about, so he took it out of the box and got it set up. He had her show him exactly what was wrong. It turned out she had set the computer sideways on her desk and was using a hole in the CD-ROM drive tray to hang her dry cleaning. The weight of the
the PC ain't meant for that.
As an idiot tax,
that's why
went ahead
PCs don't have the
the
disk drive anymore.
Then asked if she'd like to buy one that she could set on the side of her desk instead. She actually bought an external CD-ROM drive at a nice hefty $120 just to hang her dry cleaning on.
I guess play with them.
Submitted by Lady3761. Lady bought her fiance and one day decided to go to McDonald's for lunch. Now, this was when they had the onion Swiss burger. They were chatting when they heard a lady talking really loudly to the employees. So, Lady bought and her fiance stopped and listened. Apparently, she had ordered an onion Swiss burger and wanted no onions on it. She came in mad because there were onions on the burger. If she just wanted a burger with cheese, there's a thing called a cheeseburger.
And another Karen.
Submitted by
so that's 3 now, I think.
25.
Alright,
Slapped Ham has worked at 2 different fast food restaurants, so he's seen his fair share of weird and stupid customers. By far, the dumbest order he's ever had happened at his first job. An old man came in and ordered a hamburger with cheese. Since the only difference between the hamburger and the cheeseburger was the cheese, Slapped Ham just tapped the cheeseburger button.
Okay, that's a cheeseburger, don't worry.
Order, he got all pissy that cheeseburger was typed instead of hamburger with cheese. Slapped Ham explained to him several times that a cheeseburger was a hamburger with cheese and that he'd get the exact same thing regardless, but he refused to listen. He wanted his hamburger with cheese and he would be damned if he had to be corrected by a then 17-year-old working minimum wage.
Okay, 4 Karens today.
Ham was so fed up with them that he ended up going back into the order, voiding the cheeseburger and punching in a hamburger with cheese, which automatically changed to cheeseburger because apparently the register is more reasonable than the old man. Surprisingly, the old man didn't complain about his receipt showing that he had ordered a cheeseburger. Number.
Ay. So, 4 Karens now, or in this case, 3 Karens and a Kevin. Yeesh, man, you're just stuck up, aren't they? Like, seriously, just... Like, dude, doesn't matter. I mean, like I said, nothing really relatable here, but jeez. Nixium's story is really just strange. Like, who uses a disk drive, like, for a computer to hang their laundry? Or, in this case, dry cleaning. Like, what? How? And why? I guess that explains why most of them nowadays, like I'm saying, like right here, there's no like disk drive of mine, so probably why they don't have them anymore. Woof. Fair enough. Anyway, moving on.
Battle
3, here we go.
By Ken the Now.
And then now. Here we go.
About 2 years ago, Tulip was working a temp job as a bagger at a grocery store.
Okay.
And one day, this extremely fat woman in one of those motorized shopping carts came to the register where he was at. He didn't know how, but she somehow managed to fit a regular shopping cart's worth of food into the motorized cart's tiny basket.
Oh, we have those tiny carts too. You'd be surprised what they do.
Tulip filled those 2 bags and started to put the rest of her food into a plastic bag. After he did that, she screamed, "What the hell are you doing?" He simply said,
Excuse me?
Pardon?
She then shouted, "Why aren't you using my bags?" He pointed out that there was no room. She then gave him a glare, like it was somehow his fault that the reusable bags had limited space. She then shouted, "Go away! I'll do it myself!" So Tulip
okay, fine, go.
Guess what? She had to use the plastic
there
bag.
it is. Okay, I haven't experienced that in the grocery store, so I can't say.
This one time, an elderly lady was in front of Pandora in a supermarket. She had just bought 3 carts worth of apples and then proceeded to pay with $5 bills. After the clerk gave the change, she put the change in her purse. Right after that, she started having a fit because her change was not in her wallet. The cashier, who didn't see where the change went, tried to calm the woman down, but she seemed on the verge of a complete meltdown. Another person stepped up and explained that it was in her purse, but it was clear this man didn't know how to speak English very well, so he had to resort to miming out the act of opening her purse. The woman screamed at the cashier and the man until Pandora stepped in and said that it was in her purse. The woman thanked her, said sorry to all of them, and left without her apples. Once the dumbest thing I've ever seen a customer do.
Really believing she had dementia.
I was taking out the garbage. Not my favorite thing to do. Those bags weigh upwards of 60, 70 pounds, and you gotta huck them over into the dumpster. So as I was prepping the bags up, getting ready to huck them in the dumpster, a customer approached me drunkenly and offered to help. I politely rejected the offer because it's a lot more difficult and dangerous than it looks. So he was insisting and insisting, begging for me to let him help, and I figured, well, this is getting agitating. I'll just let him work out well. Why not? Now, right off the bat, I warned him, these are very
be careful with that, man.
Very careful when you throw them, and they're full of glass and liquid. Be careful. The first one he hucks at the dumpster manages to land in, and I'm thinking, hey, maybe this isn't so bad. But he kinda overshot his second throw, and the garbage bag landed on the rim of the dumpster. I told the guy, hold on, let me go get a broom so I can push that into the dumpster.
Yeah, don't worry, I've done this many times.
No big deal. He immediately says in a very drunken voice, don't worry about this, man. I got it, it's no problem. I immediately turned around from trying to grab the broom to try to stop him from doing what I knew he was gonna do.
Here it comes.
But I was too late. He tried to push in the garbage bag using his bare hands, keeping in mind these are full of broken glass. His hands got lacerated, with little tiny shards of broken glass stuck in his fingers. I had to spend the next 20 minutes picking little slivers of glass out of his hands, sanitizing them, and wrapping them up like he's a fucking mummy. From then on, I never accepted any help from people wanting to do the garbage. It's just too fucking dangerous. Huge thanks for the folks over.
Yeah, you know, I know the drill. I'm not sure I'm gonna go through with this, so there you go. Honestly, this does ring a few bells for me, but yeesh. Honestly, I'm surprised Hellbound didn't, like, double bag those things, you know? Honestly, that's what I usually do. Like, okay, so anytime I'm, like, using the garbage, like, I figured, like, sometimes it's better just to double bag those things so it's not, like, leaking all over the store, you know? I mean, like I said, you'd be surprised what people throw away in the garbage can sometimes. Like I said, it's what I usually did back when I was doing garbage sometimes. I usually help out our courtesy clerks out with them too, so yeah, there's those moments. And yeah, honestly, never let a drunk help because they make stupid decisions. So, here's the first of many Planet Dolan videos. Might have to redo these again. So, until next time, thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, adios.